What is going on, brothers and sisters? Welcome to the new year. Happy New Year's. Hope you all had a nice, safe time. What I want to talk about here is something we are going to do for the new year, and that is we are going to play more new games. And by doing that, we are going to have a new game every single Sunday. It's going to be called Shabby Tries, and it may be a game that's not quite maybe relevant to the channel, but it's going to be something that I think all the viewers may like based off of our personalities or mine, because obviously you guys like the games I'm playing. So I'm going to show you more games that I play maybe off camera on my own personal time that I play to maybe kill some time, have a little fun. Maybe it's a little PvP oriented. That's really not what I do on the channel very much, but I think you're all going to enjoy Shabby Tries. So stick around for every Sunday where we kick off our game. And I hope you enjoyed this week's first new game with a little bit of Eastern culture. But if you do like it, make sure you hit that like button down below and don't forget to subscribe as well. If you are looking for an auto battler deck building game, or if you have just been reading too much manhwa, Xian or wuxia novels, this is the game for you. What we have here is Xian, the cultivation card game. We've basically got like a standard deck builder game, but with the effects of super auto pets built within it because it's an auto battler for how you build. So let's just get into it. It sounds complicated. It kind of is. There's a lot of variation to this game, which is amazing, and there's a lot of potential here. So if you like turn-based tactics, strategy, card builders, auto battlers, or just the love for the Eastern culture, cultivation kind of genre, this is it, baby. Let's show you a few things first before we kick it off. We've got one, two, three different types of sects, which have different main abilities within them. For instance, the 5 elements rely on the 5 elements of the world and using them within a generating or opposing nature, as in wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, in that order, or vice, obviously. Then you have the Hepastar Pavilion here, who I actually haven't really played a lot with these guys, but what these ones do is they kind of use luck, but they make their own luck as well. So they have a lot of attacks that vary in damage or vary in effect, but you can hone in your luck to maximize that damage at all times. So for instance, if it was a 1 to 8 damage, there's means to make sure that it's always 8 damage at the very top of that scope. And what I'm going to show you today is the Cloud Spirit Sword sect, because it's kind of the basic sect you start off with. In fact, in casual mode, you can use all of these characters. I don't have all these unlocked, but in casual mode right here, you can use any character you want, so you can learn who you want to play as before you spend the in-game currency spirit shards to unlock more. Bu Yifeng is one of the starter ones you get, and each character within these sects have different little, let's just say attributes for as you progress through your path of cultivation and achieve different levels of ascension. So I'm going to play with Yanjui because she's a lot of fun. So just to go through these, bloodline potential. So from the initial start of the game, I will draw 1 card for every 20 destiny lost. You start off with 100 destiny. When you hit 0 destiny, game over, baby. Going down the line, we'll then potentially have decrease 2 max HP for each attack, then add a defense for each attack we do. And there are cards that have multiple attacks, for instance. Draw a very specific card called Cloud Avalanche, and then draw a specific card called Unrestrained Sword Flame Dance. Okay, now we're gonna jump in the game, find some real people. This, you can play against bots if you want, but these will be all real people. As you can see, hey, we got someone else with some pinion here. We got Akiba. Hello, buddy. Everyone else, I can't read. Sorry, apologies. White eyes. So you've got your standard kind of basis for a game here. So you got Chi, which is gonna be our mana if you're not accustomed to the Eastern aspect. And actually, I'm gonna do this. And so this is my deck right here. I gain 2 chi. These cost a chi, as you can see in the upper left. I'm sorry, I got to go fast because we have only a certain amount of time. You can also drag cards on top of each other that are the same to upgrade them. You can upgrade them to level 3. You can exchange cards over here like this with a certain amount like this to gain a different card. And then you can also throw the card away and eat it to turn it into cultivation. You need a certain amount of cultivation to progress to the next phases. Right now, we're in the initial phase, which is the meditation phase. And you can see we both have 2 cultivation right now. You gain cultivation by eating the cards, leveling up your cards, and just by progressing through the game. You'll see our cultivation is at 2 right now, and it'll go to something else in a bit. Ah, she got us. It's all right. We don't have the best build so far. A lot of these ones that don't use chi in the beginning are much stronger. And then you can choose your side job. Okay, I'm just going to hit random. It starts you off with Elixirus, actually, so I'll start with that. The other ones you do have to purchase with the in-game currency, so you just get that by playing the game. And I don't have cloud. So cloud hit means if you've used something with the word cloud sword before this, it'll get that effect. But we don't have that. And that's not the way I'm going to build, so I'm not going to pay attention to that. And I also only have 2 chi. So like this says cloud sword. If this was down and then I placed the other one, it would get that secondary effect, for instance. And now what I can do is this. So I can take... See, I can't put these on top. It's a little hard for us to tell. But you can see this has got a red background because we leveled that up to 2. So level 1 is this gray background. Level 2 is this red background. And then level 3 is this yellowish background. You can see now it does 16 attack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start us off just like this. And I'm going to put this defense down right here in the middle, I think. And this is a consumption item. This is part of that Elixirus side job we had. Consumption means you can only use the card once in that battle. We'll get it back in the next battle, but we can only use it once. Some people might be wondering, oh, why would you use that? It's kind of a waste of card space. Sometimes the effects are really good that it's worth that waste of a card space. As in, I just got the 10 defense. It saved me from 1 attack. And now I'm going to continue on, and if I can now skip that card if I wanted to use like 3 specific cards. So like the next attack, I would have immediately just jumped over to Thunder Sword. So now I don't need Giant Spirit Sword because I've already got this max. You can't get it any higher. This I can level up now, and you can see now we're at a breakthrough. So I've got some options because as you level up, you can get some side options that are random. So now I can do Flame Dance. This would decrease the attack, or I can draw 1 unrestrained card. Unrestrained is like a classification or like a set of cards within the game, like Cloud Sky we were seeing earlier. So I'm actually going to do that because the unrestrained sword is pretty fun, I think, in my opinion. So I'm going to do that. I might actually just throw this at the end here. Maybe do something like this. And then I'm going to re-roll this card a bit. Okay, so this is good. So now I'll get 3 chi. So if I get another card that requires chi, I can use it. My cards aren't too great at the moment. I'm probably going to do... It's only 5 attack, though, so it's not that great. So I'd rather just do this. And then you can hit ready. And if everyone else has readied up, the battle would automatically start. Otherwise, it'll wait until your incense stick dissipates here. Now, talk about a few things. Your max HP goes up every round you survive through. So you could feel really strong in the beginning, but then you progressively start to feel weaker. It's because you haven't been leveling up your cards. You're not increasing the amount of damage you're doing while everyone else is gaining max health passively. That's kind of like the innate progression within the game to kind of balance the scale. This is part of that random class I was talking about. So you can see here, like 1 to 8 attack, 2 to 10 attack. But right here, actually, she's not using any of those. There's something called hexagrams, and you can use hexagrams to maximize those. But I'm not going into those advanced ones yet. If you guys do want to see more, and this has a lot of popularity, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me comments, and we'll do it. But otherwise, probably not. All right, I'm going to hit draw 1 card because the other ones don't matter to me here. So I got Thunder Sword again, so if I can get another one, I can max that out. Exhaust Sword Intent. We don't have Sword Intent in this build. When I see a card with it, I'll talk about it. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Jeez, these are all pretty bad, honestly. Nope. So, 16 attack. So it's a good card, but look, it costs 2 chi, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw another Thunder Sword on the end so I can get another 11 attack. I'm going to eat this. And these are kind of worthless to me because I'm not using Sword Intent, and nor would I be using it to gain chi. So I don't really care. So I'm going to eat those to increase our cultivation. Now, one thing to talk about, who attacks first in the game is not random. Unless your cultivation is the exact same, like right here with us. We both have 15 cultivation. That means it's random who will attack first. Otherwise, if your cultivation is higher than your opponent, you will always attack first. So that can be used in two different ways. If you want them to get their cards off first, just because maybe your build is doing that, you may intentionally try and keep your cultivation a little lower than the average. But otherwise, it's generally pretty good to go first. All right, so look at this. So absorb, max HP increased by 1 in this game. So you see my max HP is 53. Now it's 54. And also you get your cultivation because we ate a card. Now, I'm going to do... See, we don't have any cloud hit cards, so again, this is kind of worthless to me. So I'm going to just start churning through some cards. Chi +2. I don't need more chi. Another cloud hit, just to show you. So, like, you see how it's grayed out? But this one here is not, because this is a cloud sword, so now it's getting that cloud hit. Vice versa, you see now it gets its cloud hit. So the card before it has to say cloud sword unless you have some other ability tied in. Jeez. Not looking good here for me. So, get another cloud sword. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm just going to put this on the end. It's not good. It's 5 attack for each unrestrained sword I've used in this battle. I'm going to swap these around. So, these are good once you start having a full deck worth of them. That's why I'm kind of holding on to it. Maybe I can build an unrestrained sword deck. Maybe not. We'll see. So far, I don't have a built meta that I'm going for. I'm keeping myself open, and that's what's great about this game. You can be very fluid. The cards may not be in your favor. Your sect has a whole variety of cards that you can play into, plus with your side job, and your character has some extra cards as well, and abilities as we saw. Carefree tune for each stack of this state. Normal attack, add 1. Oh, she played it. It's an interesting build. It's not very good, but does some damage. It just means normal attacks do more, and normal attack is if you leave something blank. There's definitely some ways to use it. There's just not a lot. So here's the basis for the character. The add 1 defense for each attack. Or cultivation +1. At the beginning of battle, add 1 stack of sword intent. Exchange chance +5. Exchange card chance limitations. Wait, exchange card chance limitation +5. I'm going to do the way of adaptation, because I like to exchange my cards a lot to try and get towards specific builds and try and force them. This I'm going to hold. I'm going to put at the end just in case I run out of time. This is great to hold on to so we can max that out. Potentially, of course. Chi +4. It's a decent card, honestly. It's just not going to be... I'll hold off because maybe I swap that out. Nope, so now I got this. So now I upgrade this. Now I've got 4 chi to work with. Now if someone ends up having a card that reduces my chi, I can do something. Now, here we go. This is what I want to see here. So right here, chase. Chase means if you hover over the card, it'll tell you what it does. Use the next card this turn immediately. Immediately. So it's a fantastic thing. So you can really speed up your activation. So by the time I use my 3rd card, they've only used their 2nd card. I should have actually put Thundersword in. Actually, no, I had to take Thundersword out because I need the chi. Because I'm using all 4 chi now. So now I attack, and then I immediately go into my next card. It's great to move your deck and can really get you the kills. Chase is a very big factor in this game. Chase can be the difference between making it or losing towards the end of a game. So you can see their cultivation was 21, mine was 23. They have 89 destiny. I have 98. And right here, we're going to end it. Thank you, Chase. So if I was playing my cards at the same speed as them, I actually would have lost that fight because they were doing a bit more damage than me. All right, so I'm going to throw this up here. So now I'll get defense +16. I want to try and be removing these out of here because they're not the best for me, but they're better than nothing comparatively, right? Chi, that's not a card I'm using. This is a pretty fun card if you're doing a big chi build. Add 1 attack for each chi. If you hold left click on a card, you can see how they level up in progression, get a bigger display of how the cards work. I'm going to just remove that. This is nice. Absorb, destiny +3. Now I have 101 destiny. I have more than we started the game with. A hacker. Watch out for that guy. And, oh, great. Another unrestrained sword card. So what I'm going to do is do this, do that. So I'm going to keep that there. So now, what's happening here, right? Let's break it down. So 5 attack for each unrestrained sword I've used in this battle. This card at... Oh, sorry. 5 attack. 5 attack slash for each unrestrained sword you use in this battle, this card adds 2 more attacks. So this will hit for 5, this will hit for 7, and then this will hit for 9, etc. And it'll keep stacking up. So with only 2, you have to go through your full rotations pretty fast. So the point is to get multiple of these. That's why I didn't level it up, because it is better for us to just have 2 of those in the deck right now. See, it did 5 damage there. Than it would be for me to just have 1 more leveled up card. So I did 7, 4 to the armor they had, and then 3 to themselves. Bit of a rough fight here. I do want to say, you see how they lost 5 at the end there? Defense degrades over time unless you have a special card that states it'll do otherwise. So if you have 20 defense at the end of your turn, or at the end of your opponent's turn, and it becomes your turn, you lose half of that, so you'd be down to 10. All right, let's start rolling here. Chi +2. Make 2 attacks 2 times. This is a nice card, honestly. Can really stack some fun things up with that. 5 attack, add 2 defense for each Chi. Again, good with the defense builds. 10 attack, injured, add 6 defense in my next turn. Which is not a bad card, honestly. We don't have the Chi for it, but I'm going to just start eating some cards to get my cultivation up here. We're in the virtuoso phase right now. We're going to be heading into immortality next, I believe. Do I want to eat these? Yeah, I'll eat these. So what I'm looking for is I want to level up Thunder Sword. I want to get more unrestrained swords, or other unrestrained swords. You see, this is unrestrained sword 1, so there are more. But otherwise, we pretty much have a standard, like, kind of big damage kind of deck, except for my wind sword at the end. This is pretty poopy, honestly. And obviously with my defense here, I have that in the middle just to kind of eat a little bit of attack that we might receive one shot through. I'm going to move it down 1 because it seems to be like I'm hitting a weird spot there where I'm not really hitting their damage. Now look, they have Cultivation 39, so they're going carefree, so they're trying to end this with their bigger attacks. So, not obviously going too well in their favor, but it's doing something, I suppose. Chase, dead. It's not a very good build. Don't advocate for this. Not yet, at least. I haven't seen anything that makes it better. So now that we leveled up here, I could lose 14 Destiny and draw 4 cards, which is not a bad thing for me, especially because I'm so far in the lead right now. I could draw 2 Cloud Swords or Cloud Sword Avalanche. I'm not going to Cloud Sword build, so I'm going to actually take the hit to my Destiny and get 4 more cards, because that could help us a lot more, and that helped us a lot. We've got Unrestrained Sword 1, and we've got Unrestrained Sword 2, so I'm actually going to drop you and drop you, and I'm going to do this and that. Actually, I'm going to throw that in the middle here. So we've got the same thing we've been dealing with, and this is 4 attack, and then for each unrestrained sword you used in battle, make an additional attack. So that's a really good card. I'm going to eat a couple cards. I'm going to start rolling again. This is also a really fun card, the Flow Cloud Sword Chaos Sword. Can't speak. That's also a really great card. There's a lot of great cards once you start leveling up to an immortality phase and such. This is blue cards of the phase before. I'm going to eat. Going to eat that because that's not in the build. I'm going to keep this because maybe I keep the defense. Like, 21 defense, pretty big, and it's just 1 shot. So now we're going to do Chi, attack. See, and I'm losing Chi here, so I've only got 3 now, which is still decent. 16, and then I'm going to go 5, 7, consume, 9, and I'm going to do 4 attacks times 3, or 12. My damage is lessened a little bit, but hopefully I have the gate to either take a few wins or take the loss and hopefully build this deck a little faster and a little quicker. Cultivation's 41. Drawing those 4 cards was really nice for us. Being able to draw extra cards can really mean you gain a higher cultivation on people faster. End goal for me here is to have no Chi in my deck so we can just be always attacking. Right now, I can't really do that. We don't have the cards to maintain it. All right, so we got Spiritage Elixir here. What is this? Senti Bird, Spirit Formation, Chi, +1 continuous. The Spirit Sword cards cost 1 less. That's pretty cool. Let's see. None of these are great for us, obviously, so let's just start spinning to win. 5 attack, add 2 attack for each Chi. Great for a Chi build, like we were talking about earlier. None of these are great for what we're doing here. I'm going to eat this, eat that, eat that. I'm going to keep that. This is a really cool card. I'll talk about it for a second here. This is defense +10, and then at the beginning of your next 3 turns, your defense will not have. So if you have a big defense build and you play this and keep stacking defense, your defense isn't going to have for 3 turns. And if we look at the level ups here, it goes up to 5 turns, which if you use at the very beginning here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, it's like more than half your deck. Crazy card. Really good in defense builds. Not for this character, but for the 5 element sect, they have a lot of defense cards. The earth element is very defense heavy. One thing I didn't really talk about, because the pace of this game is pretty fast, and now once we're in the later rounds here, we have a lot more time to make decisions. So this kind of tan background, these are all your starter cards. It goes tan, green, blue, purple, and then the final one, once we get out of immortality phase into the final phase, will be a orange card. So it's like your standard kind of color tier progression you see in a lot of MMO games and RPGs that you're probably very used to. So this is another one from the same sect that we're in. You can tell because we have the same similar cards. She just has different abilities. Like right now at the beginning of battle, she'll gain the following 2 times. Attacks will ignore defense. So if I was a defense build, her first 2 attacks would go right through it. Wouldn't affect me one bit. Or it wouldn't hit my defense at all. Ignored defense can be very powerful. Sometimes completely useless because, like, for instance, I don't have defense. So if people stack up for, like, ignored defense, it doesn't work as well against me. It still just hits me, but it doesn't make a big difference. And usually the ignored defense are a little weaker than a standard card, of course. Whenever you play a Cloud Sword, add 2 HP. So there's a lot of building on a lot of meta types, which is really fun. And they're all specific within your sect. Okay, we're going to throw that in here. Reroll this. The Giant Coon Spirit Sword. I love this card. It's so nice. If I can... I'm going to save this card because I'm gaining 4 Chi right now. So the next card I'd be getting rid of from my deck would be the Giant Tiger Spirit Sword to add in another unrestrained sword of some sort, whatever it may be. There are 2 more that come in that I know of once we get into the next phase. I'd get rid of this. And then I'd even get rid of the Giant Rock Sword for this. Yeah, the attack is a little less now because it leveled up, but I also get 10 defense. So it could be nice. And it costs 3. So actually, I really could just use this now. Let's use it now. Yeah, I want that little bit of defense in there, I think. And I think I even want to go at here. I think I want to go Chi, attack, chase with a little defense. Because a lot of people, once you get into this later phase, some might have attacks all through, but a lot of things have like build up in the beginning, and your bigger hits come towards like your 6th, 7th card. A lot of things can be decided by these 2 cards here. Just depends on people's builds. Ate that card just to get that Chi bonus. We're at 53 right now, and you can see our max HP has been naturally increasing. We're at 83. They have 86. They could have ate some stuff that increased their max HP comparatively. Bam. Now a chase. Because you can see they haven't attacked me at all. So having that defense there didn't help one bit, obviously, right? But it doesn't hurt. Again, didn't do anything for me there. Now they attack, but it ignored defense. So my defense build up here was 100% ineffective. It literally did nothing for me. I also gained a little bit of defense from my attacks, but... Alright, now we get the chase. We were good. When you have... So, Sword Intent here, what Sword Intent does is it increases the damage of your next card attacks by that amount. So if you have a card that attacks multiple times, like Unrestrained Sword 2, for instance, it'll add that to each attack you do, and then it uses up all those charges. So when you have a build like that, you're really building up until like 1 or 2 big attacks. I'm going to grab Unrestrained Sword Flame Dance here. Because now with this, I also get a chase. So if I get rid of this card, I chase into this. And now if I have used Unrestrained Sword, I can chase. So now I gain Chi, attack, gain a little defense, and then chase. No, I might even do this instead. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this and gain like bigger... Oops. Come on. There you go. I think something like this might be a bit more beneficial for me. Because... Let me go like this. So I attack, or I gain some chi. I attack. I can now chase. I attack. I can chase. You can't chase, by the way, in 2 turns. Like, I can't go chase, chase, chase like this. Does it say it here? Immediately, you can only trigger chase once for each turn. So you can't have chases all throughout each card and just never give your opponent a turn, for instance. So you have to skip something. So we go attack. Well, chi, attack. Actually, you know what? I could just start off with attacking like this. And then do that. So I get 2 attacks in immediately at the start. Attack again and chase into my chi. Then I can, and this, because the next attack ignores defense, right? And then I can attack with this. It'll ignore their defense if they have any. Chase into another attack. Getting a little defense and then another big attack here. I think that's good. See, I spent a little bit more time melding my deck a bit, moving stuff around now that we're getting in the later phases. Because what starts to happen is people are going to start dropping out because they run out of Destiny, right? And when you start losing to someone, you kind of figure, okay, if I don't change my deck either up with new cards or around, they're going to just beat me again, right? Or upgrade your cards. So you got to start thinking, okay, I got to meld a little differently. I got to start to counter people now. It's not as effective near the beginning of the game because you fight so many different people. But as you start getting towards that like top 5, it really hits. So you see there, he hit me with a lot of different sword intent and then an attack that hit me 4 times. So it did a lot of damage to me. But what happened was he didn't have enough sword intent yet, so he wasn't able to kill me all at once. That's a big detriment to builds like that, is not having enough sword intent. All right, I'm going to quickly go through and see if we can get some new cards here. Injured, you reduce your opponent's chi by 1. Can be very big help. Sometimes it can do literally nothing for you, though. If defense is bigger than 0, then consumption of chi is 0. Defense plus 6. Chase. Gonna get rid of that. See, here's another one. So injured. If you injure the opponent by giving them damage to their health, you will return the sword intent used by this card. So that means you could build up sword intent, use this, gain the big damage for your 1 attack, and then still have it for your next one. So it's a great follow-up card. For each successive cloud sword played before this card, gain 3 defense. Another great card. You can see it's a yellow card. Absorb for 3 destiny. I'll take it back to 90. I'm using the giant kun sword, so I don't need you anymore. And chi plus 1 continuous. Add chi every 2 turns. Okay, unrestrained sword 2. So now, here's the question, right? What do I start to get rid of? I need more chases, right? So I can't get rid of this just yet. So I think what I want to do is combine this and then hit with that here. I think that'll help us out the most. I'm keeping a couple cards just in case my rolls go well. That way I can keep rolling. So I usually like to save a card or 2. I'm actually just going to save 1 card and increase my cultivation a little bit here. But all of my Eastern culture lover, if you ever wanted to be a cultivator, this is it here. There's so many different paths to go down. You have 2 different sects right now. Bunch of different characters to use that give a nice variety, as well as side jobs. You can see with the elixir side job here. It's what you start with. They do cost 3,000 spirit stones. Pretty easy to get though, honestly. Play the game a bit. We haven't played much. A little bit here and there, but not like a terrible amount. I've bought plenty of stuff. Again, it's all just in-game currency. See, I got the first attack here. My cultivation 63. They are 55. Whew. Big flaws there. So flaw, if I go, flaw here. Take an extra 40% attack damage, rounded down. Hard to sit on here. Here, I'll go over here. Rounded down after the end of your turn, remove 1 stack. So if you use that and then have some big ass attacks, forget about it. You can melt people. Same here. So this is like a build used for longevity. They're applying internal injury on me, and at the beginning of my turn, I will lose that much HP every turn. So like when you have builds like that, you need to have some sustainability on yourself. You got to keep yourself alive and keep the turns moving. Retrigger the previous sword formation card. I don't have a sword formation, so that's obviously completely useless. Absorb. Max HP increased by 2 in this game. I'll take it. Nothing. Another Thunder Sword and more useless stuff here. This is pretty cool. Just some chi. This can get you up to 5, I think. Yeah, 5 chi when it's maxed out. Pretty decent. So now the big thing for me is to get rid of these 2 cards. And obviously the Elixirus here. There's a continuous card I can play at the front that'll add like 30% of my damage done to an enemy when I use an unrestrained sword card to that card to add more. So it's just big damage. So if I can get that, I put that in the front, and then I get rid of maybe Spirit Elixir. And then I pretty much have to wait for 2 cards to get rid of these. Because if I get rid of the Giant Kun Sword, having this in here is useless because I don't use chi for anything. So the only thing it'd be good for is getting the ignore defense on a card like this. But it's pretty rough when you use a sword and a build up like that. It works nice if you're against defense builds, but no one here is really defense. Everyone in this battle, except for this individual here, and actually, yeah, just them. Everyone else, you can see it's all the cards we've been looking at. These ones are a lot different. So let's look at their stuff. Yeah, I forgot. You can click on up here and see what they had at the state of the last round. So like they're gaining chi, apply some internal injury, add a stack of flaw after each attack, a little bit of attack. They should swap this around here. They should go, they should put the chase up here, but they also have no means that I can see to gain what's called hexagrams, which makes it so they always have a 100% chance to do something when there's chance involved. That's part of the musician's build, musician side job. So I'm taking 13 damage every turn right now. So if I was a longevity build, I'm melting. I'm down to 18. They've got a super fun class right here. See, and I don't have enough to keep it up. I'm going to die here because my next 2 attacks isn't going to chunk through that. Oh, 22. Sheesh. So now I got to play for that. I'm going to obtain this card immediately. Unrestrained Sword 0. And we're going to remove this. Put this at the front. So whenever Unrestrained Sword injures, add 30% of the damage to HP. As HP is a little off canter here. I might keep that for a second. And I'm going to get rid of both of these now because I have another Unrestrained Sword. So now I can play this to have a chase immediately. And then I'm probably going to do this because I want the ignore defense. So if they have defense, both of these will chunk through it. Because I've got nothing else to use otherwise right now, right? Dharma, Sword Spirit, Exhaust Chi, add 5 attack for each point. So if you've got a big Chi build, super huge damage. Ooh, upgrade 1 card in your hand or deck randomly. Delete my entire hand here. And let's absorb this. So one of these cards is going to be upgraded randomly. It's going to suck if it's this, but great, it wasn't that. So now, 6 attack for each unrestrained sword I used in battle. Make an additional attack. So now I've got a full unrestrained deck. Now I want to upgrade these cards. This isn't the worst thing for me. It's build up, right? The chi isn't what we're after. What I'm after is this ignore defense. And I'm only going to use it once, so it's only going to be for the first pass through. But these 2 attacks, the first time I use them now, will ignore defense. So that's going to be great against... Who was it? Was it you? It was you. They have 1. They're on their last leg. So they start off by giving us continuous... We get 2 stacks of internal injury at the beginning of our turn. Always. We both get it. Chi plus 4 whenever you use a magician card. Chase. Attack. And then if they have a debuff, add 3 more stacks of internal injury. So we get 3 more there. They chase. It's a really good setup. It just took them a while to get there because you can see they have 1 destiny right now. So they kind of chunked themselves away. I don't know why this sword intent's hovered over. There we go. So this is a sword intent build. So the issue with sword intent builds is if you don't move faster than them and they build it right, they're going to kill you at the end game. So I've got one chase, so I am moving slightly faster. It increase their stack. So now they've got 23 sword intent. If they can kill me here, which they did, one attack times 6, yeah. Big ass damage in sword builds. It's super good. Very late game though, for them to really shine. And you have to get all the right cards, and he's got them. I'm not getting all the right cards here. I just have a lot of cards. That's my issue with this build, is I need another unrestrained sword flame dance. At least one. I would like 2. So that way I can speed through these. Because if I got another one, I would first combine these and then I'd put it here. And then if I got another one, we'd get rid of Cloud Elixir and put it here so that we would get some chase. I would want 3 chases. One here, and one there. Actually, maybe even, so it chases in that chases to that chases to that. This will be here. It'll skip and chase again. So it's not a bad play. You can see now we've got 1 person out and 4 people. All of these people are 1 loss away. And it looks like I'm going to battle them. This shouldn't be an issue. They're going to ignore my defense in the beginning. Unless they start changing up, they're going to chase. So we're going to chase at the same time. Cloud hit. Yeah, this isn't very strong. Attack 2 times equaling to the remaining cards in your hand. This should be further up. This is going to do 15 damage, which is not a lot. They need more chi to be utilizing this card a lot. And then Cloud hit. The next 2 times attack ignores defense. So they're very new, because this is in the wrong spot too. Because this means the next 2 attacks are going to ignore defense, which would go back to the beginning. This already ignores defense. And you don't care about 4 attack. What you're really looking for is a little chunk damage plus a chase. So how it should be is this card, he should be starting off with this card, following up with the Spirit Cat. So that way it ignores defense and gets all the hits for all these cards in front of it. Get rid of the Spirit or add more chi to his deck so that way it gains a bunch more damage and finish up with it. What I should be doing is getting better cards and more. I'm playing a very forced deck here. It's really fun when it gets going, but I'm missing some. I need at least 1 more chase to really make this deck shine, because I'm not dealing enough damage with these cards yet. Big damage there. Also wasn't a lot of damage though. Bam, got that back. Fantastic job. Appreciate it. Still nothing. Absorb to gain a little bit of max HP. We'll take every bit of max HP I can get. Come on. Give me another card. These unrestrained sword cards, I tell you. Here we go. We got one. So, this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to combine and do this. So, now these will do more damage as it goes. This is going to hit for each unrestrained sword you use in battle, make an additional attack. This will hit 3 times. Now this will go through. Bam, bam. And I'm just going to eat that. Now if I can get a chase, what I'm going to do is combine these 2 unrestrained swords, put the chase here, move this over 1. Then we'll keep the Cloud Elixir in unless we got a 3rd chase. But we're looking okay. It's not the greatest, though. It's not the greatest. I wish I had more of these guys. Because it even does decent damage if you can get it leveled up as well. It's very nice. Now, these rounds take a bit more time. Let's take a look at our opponent here. So this one is building this much better. So you see how they have the Dharma Spirit Sword. They're gaining 4 chi, 3 chi. This attack ignores defense. I had 1 attack for each chi. So it's going to deal 10 damage to me immediately because it's ignoring defense. 13 chi, and the next 3 attacks will ignore. So you ready? Watch the chi add up here. It's going to be real good. This could kill me in 1 hit. I'm not sure if it has the full potential yet, but it's very close. We'll find out. Chase. Hit that. add some chi. So they've got 18 chi with a defense ignore here. If they can do 91 damage, I lose. 113. 5 attack, exhaust chi, adds 6 attack for each chi. It's a beautiful, beautiful card for sure. I'm going to add just more damage in here. I'm going to just ignore this now. Got another one, so I'm going to do this. Keep it rolling. Can we get lucky a third time? Nope. It's okay. We're on the edge here. I really wanted more of these. I was very unlucky with getting our incarnation phase cards, our yellow cards, our 5th phase. You can see there's a little dots at the bottom here. It's second phase, 4th phase. So I was pretty unlucky with that, but that's okay. That's just kind of how card battlers go. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I think this is going to be a new trend that we're going to do on Sundays. I'm going to do our Shabby tries. We'll talk about it more. I'll put a little post on it. We'll talk about it on the Discord. Of course, join the Discord. Come on over. We're having a lot of fun. But on Sundays, we're going to release a video of always a brand new game. It might be off canner from what we normally do, but it'll be something I think is pretty fun, interesting, something that you may all like, or something I just want to kind of bring a spotlight to that I'm playing on the side, and I think it's just a lot of fun. And this is one of them. I've been playing this on the side. I pick it up for like a game or two every night. I'm playing all the different classes. Maybe if you guys are lucky and you really like these videos and the like ratios look good, we'll come back with another episode and I'll show you the 5-element sec, or you can leave me a comment down below telling me what you would like to see more of from this game. The 5 elements, the one with the random attacks. I forget the name of her phase. I think it's the Hepastar phase, or Hepastar sect. It's what she's from here, the thick thighs here, where it has a lot of random stuff. This is a really good card. But like right here, look, repeat 5 times, 30% chance to attack it for 8 attack. You have... That's such a good card, but they don't have enough hex, so that's why they're out. I might go out here. It depends. I didn't see who we're facing. This is the internal stacks lady. I also wasn't able to level this up, so I had more damage onto my attacks, which was very unfortunate for us. We'll see. HP plus 14. Their next card's gonna trigger a chase, because that's what that card does. They get guard up. Guard up is so good because it just flat ignores attacks. I might have enough damage here to take them out. If I don't, it's game over. Ah, 1 attack. Got him though. It's all right because they were taking damage too. Super close battle. Well done. Now we're going for a top 2 fight here. Absorb. I'll take a little bit of max HP. You've seen how helpful that's been for us. Ooh, we got another one. Bam. Man, I saw the yellow and got happy for a second. Absorb, add 1 more cultivation. We'll get 2. So I got 100 cultivation. That's pretty cool. So we're going to go against the lady with this high chi. So I'm going to meld my deck just a little differently here, I think. I'm going to go based off of I'm going to be dead before the end game here. So... They have 1 chase, and so do I. So we're going to hit the 3rd to last card at the same time. Yes. So this is going to be it. But my cultivation is much higher, so I'm going to play mine first. So I have to bank that this is what's going to kill him. So that's why I'm putting this at the end. If I happen to have another attack before him, great. I don't think we're going to. So this would be 8 attack, adds 3 more for every card used. So I'd get an extra 9 attack for 17. This would attack 3 times. Yeah, this is better. So I keep these here. Actually, you know what? No. Do I combine? No, we're going all in. I'm going in with the stance that I'm dead at this card. So these 2 are useless to me. She is going to 1-tap me right here. So I have to be ready for that. So we're going to bam, bam, use this because it'll do less damage. Hit this, bam, bam. Hopefully that kills him. There we go. All in, baby. F's in the comment if we lose, though. But guys, I hope you all enjoy this. Again, this is Xian, the Cultivation card game. It's an amazing auto battler as well as deck builder. If you're looking for deck builders and with a lot of utility, a lot of variation, you can just change characters and change side jobs, and you've got so many more options available to you. It's crazy. bam, eat it, baby. We got her. That's why you pay attention to your opponents. You try and play the cards right, and you believe in the heart of the cards, you'll win the game. But all right, brothers and sisters, I hope you enjoyed this. I really do myself. It's a game I play on the side all the time. And if you want to see more, make sure you do hit that like button down below. Leave me the comments as well. Tell me what you think of the game. And don't forget, if you're new here, do hit that subscribe button as well, so you can always be back for that sweet Shabby content. But all right, brothers and sisters, as usual, this has been ShabbyDoo, and I hope the rest of your day is not too shabby.